let's talk about the upcoming Dark Knight Rises. How will the Avengers compare to that?
Well, I mean, let's look at The Dark Knight. That is my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, same
for,
here.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
What's it called? You know, The Avengers, when I saw it, I was like, hey, this is going to be fun, kind of a flashy film. You know, it's going to be cool. But really, I mean, for me, at the very least, it's kind of just like to get me over the hump to get to The Dark Knight Rises. The third trailer came out the other day, and I watched it like 20 times.
Wow, 20 times. That's impressive. I mean, obviously, if a trailer can get you to watch 20 times, I mean, there's The Dark Knight Rises. It's gonna be good. There's no doubt about it. And you know, like you said, Dark Knight from 2008. I actually thought that was the best movie of all time as well. You know, I was so well done. I mean, the villain, Heath Ledger as the Joker, the late Heath Ledger as the Joker, he did a fantastic job. And of course, you know, we all love Batman. He was a great hero. He went through his own personal demons throughout that movie. And, you know, his old relationship issues with Maggie Gyllenhaal's character, I forget her name, but the one who was going out with Harvey Dent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had all these issues going on, as well as having to deal with the villain and his own personal life. So, I mean, I thought they did that so well. And now there's a new villain coming to town who...
We got Bane. You know what? Yeah, what's it called? Bane. It initially looked like Catwoman was going to be the villain, but now with this new one, it looks like she's going to be on Batman's side because she is scared as hell of Bane, right? Just going back to, like, the thing with The Dark Knight was from moment one, it just pulled you in, and it just pulled you along like you were a freaking ragdoll, right? And then you're having to constantly keep up to what's going on, and you just can't watch it once and understand everything, right? It's a movie that you can watch over and over again. And with this new one, it's just going to be like, it's the conclusion, right? It's the epic finale that just will, you know, rock Gotham to the core. You know, Bane comes out, and he's like, you know, or what's it called? Bruce, he's like, you know, who are you? And then he's like, I'm Gotham's Reckoning. Oh, shoot, right? And you're just like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Can I go now? You know, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That line, that was a really epic line. I'm Gotham's Reckoning. Not even the Joker said that. And look what he did to the town in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
You know, now we have this new villain who says it straight in your face, right in the trailer. I'm Gotham's Reckoning. That's a villain. I'm certainly looking forward to this movie. I strongly believe it will indeed be better than the Avengers. The Dark Knight original, or the second movie, The Dark Knight, was better than the Avengers. Like I said, I think it's the best movie of all time, you know.
Oh my God. Okay, when I saw that movie, the first day, we actually went as a big group to the theater, and I walked out of there, and that was the day that I wanted to become a movie critic, because at that point, then I had something to compare everything else to, right? And I'm like, pretty much, you know, my friend is like, dude, come check out this movie. And I'm like, is it good? Is it, you know, is it a Dark Knight? And then he's like, you know, and I was like, no, it's not a Dark Knight. So, this is just going to be, this will be the day of reckoning, right? For instance, in the trailer, it shows, you know, the bridges blowing up, and you're just like, holy crap, those people are gone. You know what? You should just write them off right now. It's just, you know, just all kinds of good stuff. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, seriously. I really like that they took that risk of, like, you know, showing the bridges blow up. Because as far as I'm concerned, even as great as a movie The Dark Knight was, like, you didn't see too many people die. I mean, there were, you know, some of that Batman impersonator that got hanged, you know, a few other things. Mm-hmm. But showing, you know, a large scale number of people actually being killed, you know they're serious about this one.
Yeah, no, Bane is not playing around. People are scared. You know what? He's the storm. You know, as Catwoman said, you know, storm is coming, and and she's scared. You should be scared. So, and you should be super psyched to see this film.
Yes, you should be super psyched. Maybe not as psyched as we are, but you should still be super psyched nonetheless.
You should be more psyched.
You know what? I think you're right. If you could be more psyched than us to see that
Actually,
movie,
you know what? That's not possible.
That's true.
What am I saying? That's blasphemy.
that is blasphemy. How can anybody be more psyched than us? It's just not possible.
Nope.
So that's what we think about the two movies. We think the Dark Knight Rises will indeed be better than the Avengers, especially since the Dark Knight was already better anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and this is the conclusion. So, so Dark Knight.
yep, Dark Knight Rises wins.